Did you do that?
Well, you know how it is, mate. You've got to be firm with women and wogs.
Anything broken?
It's just bruises.
Don't worry, the police are on their way.
Oh, the police! Ha! Good old Leela's been at it again, eh?
I called the police.
Well, whatever for?
You're getting a bit too free with your fists for my liking.
Oh, now, that's not the old Jimmy I always knew. Not my old army, mate. I can remember times when you'd wade in when the odds were 10 to 1 against.
Yeah, you might recall I've never hit a woman.
Well, that's because of that sour bitch of a wife of yours. She's really got you knackered, mate. Now, look, why don't you come over to Africa with me? That's where the really big bickies are. And I tell you what, I can make you an offer you can't refuse.
Since when are you making offers?
Since always, mate. I've got together a group of the roughest, toughest guys you've ever heard of. They'd even scare the Genghis Khan. And if you want to be 2IC, you've got it.
Wait a minute, you've been recruiting all this time?
You didn't tumble to it, eh? Insurance. You got to admit it's not a bad cover, though.
You're crazy. Recruiting's illegal.
So what are you going to do? Slap my hand?
I don't have to. The police will do that. Come on, Meg.
Now, just where do you think you're going?
Out. Meg?
Sorry, fella. No way. Let's see if you've lost your touch.
Put it down, Jeff.
No way, mate. You're going to have to take it from me. Come on, have a go. You were top dog in your division and all that? Or have you gone soft working with a bunch of women? Maybe you need a refresher.
I could take it if I wanted to, you know, Jeff. Like you said, top dog. You're slipping, Jeff. You left yourself wide open.
Inside. You should feel quite at home in here by now, Coulson. Most women learn their lesson after they've been in here once. But a few of you, it takes a little longer, that's all. And after this last little escapade, I'd say the VJ will give you at least 2 weeks. You know what's funny about this cell? You'd think it'd make you want to escape even more. But it doesn't. Not after you've been in it a few weeks. Some people say that it breaks a person's spirit. I'd say that it reminds them exactly who they are.
I didn't think anyone would get hurt.
You were responsible for getting the governor shot, whichever way you look at it. But that wouldn't mean a thing to you, would it? You're already inside for murder.
No one was meant to get hurt.
That's what they all say. Think about it. You'll have plenty of time.
Latham wants a word with you.
I was supposed to be off duty an hour ago. Can't it wait?
She said it was important.
This had better be good, Latham.
Roz knows I dobbed her into the cops, didn't she? God, it was me that told her how to get out of Melbourne. I copped the look she gave me.
By the time she gets out of solitary, she won't be causing trouble for anyone, not even you.
I don't want the others finding out.
They're hardly likely to touch someone in your condition.
Oh, they got other ways of getting at you.
Then you'll just have to stay out of their way.
But I can't. I mean, Oh, look, Miss Bennett, I'm going crazy cooped up in that maternity block, and I want to earn some money. Well, the laundry pays most, and I was wondering, well, maybe you could get me in there.
You don't get favours in here unless you earn them, Latham.
It wouldn't have nabbed Ross if it hadn't have been for me.
It would be worth having you in the laundry after all. Be rather handy having inside information. But why should I trust you?
Because I've got a kid inside me, and I want to give it a better go than I ever got.
All right, Latham. I'll see what I can do.
And I want to be rusted to the kitchen, too, in between times.
Are you sure there's nothing else you want?
Well, I can't bloody well expect
Don't you talk to me like that.
I can't expect my kid to grow up healthy on the muck you feed us in here. I want to get some fresh fruit before it gets rotten.
Quite the concerned mother-to-be, aren't you? Well, just as long as we understand each other.
And you had no idea about this recruiting business?
No, he said he was in insurance. My wife and I put him up for a few days.
And yet he'd talked to you about mercenaries?
Well, we were both in the army together. It was common ground.
You left out the bit about where I saved your stinking hide in Vietnam. Why didn't you tell him about that, eh?
Any more out of you, sonny boy, and you can sweat it out in the car.
Oh, no way, mate. I want to be here for every second of this.
You say you'd warned Mrs. Jackson that Butler was violent.
Yeah, this afternoon.
And yet you'd reported it to the police much earlier. I mean, in relation to that bashing in the bar.
Well, we'd had an emergency at the prison. Besides, he was an old friend. I had no idea that he'd hurt Mrs. Jackson.
Yes. Well, thanks for your help, Mrs. Jackson.
I'd appreciate it if you could keep Mrs. Jackson and my names out of the papers.
We'll do our best, Mr. Fletcher. Get him out of here.
I should have left you there to rot, you bastard.
Better get you a doctor.
I don't want one.
Let's have a look then. Meg, I don't know what to say. I suppose it's a bit late to say that I'm sorry.
You almost killed him. You're no better than he is, do you know that? Now just get out. Just get out and leave me alone.
Fourth word. Blow.
Wind.
You got it, Bee.
She ought to know. She's a bag of it.
Let's see. A film, 4 words, gone, something, something, wind.
With the wind.
That's it. God, I nearly did myself a damage then. Do you want to play, love?
I don't want to make a fool of myself.
Bit late for that. Why don't you back to the nursery where you belong?
I figured you might like to hear a bit of news. You're getting out of touch, Bee, now you're playing kids' games.
Well, I won't be playing games with you, sweetie.
Roz has been brought back in.
Oh,
They got her already. Rotten mongrels.
silly little idiot. I knew she wouldn't get far.
You think you know it all, don't you?
Oh, I know I'm sick to death of seeing your ugly
You
face.
better get used to it. I'm working in the laundry and the kitchen from now
You've
on.
never done a day's work in your life.
Well, I'm about to start, and I
What are you trying to pull?
want to get out of this hole and away from you as soon as I can.
Oh, I see. Good behaviour. Remission. Stuff like that. Well, let's see. I figure the tops they can give you off would be a third. That leaves you with 3.5 years. You think you can behave yourself that long?
I've already done a year.
Yeah, well, Frankie tried to keep her nose clean too. But it didn't last. Some people just can't seem to keep out of trouble.
You can drop these things into the station in the morning.
It's a wonder you don't want me to do it now.
I just want this man's things